Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up to this month's Dark Moon meditation. This is coming to you from a beautiful lake and mountains, and the sound of nature is strong. Wherever you are, I hope that you're able to take a breath, elongate your breath if you're sitting or lying down, that your muscles start to unwind, that you're giving yourself permission to just be, and listen to the sound of my voice as you take those hats off from the day. We want to check in first. How much of you has been in your body? How much of you is present? And if 0 is none and 100 is all the way, we're here to increase that, charge you up, embrace you and your light, give gratitude for who you are, how you are, what you're holding. Thank you for being you. Thank you. And if you can imagine whatever number that was, that the guide that is connected to your purpose, your mission, what serves you best for this healing in this moment in time that you're taking, that guide pours light, that your higher octaves pour light. It's streaming in and down to your body to help you bring the level of presence that you need. And to let go of the rest. And I want for you to imagine that you're being rocked or swayed at the back of the body. That there is this light that's washing or combing all of the past. It's nourishing the back of the throat and head. It's allowing for more permission to go a little bit deeper. And as you do, you imagine that your breath is like light, and every exhale is letting go just a little bit more. Wherever timing has been strange, planning has been too much, we're placing that on the altar or outside of your aura and allowing you to just be. To feel the weight of your body, and to feel your spirit in your body aliven the parts that need your presence the most. To really recognize the work that you've done and your oneness. Perfect as you be, enveloped in care and trust, and allowing love in on the deepest level of possible that feels good and safe to you. Our intention as you hold your heart is that this healing serves you and your highest and best good, that it ripples out to your loves, your community, but especially charging you up. And we're placing any collective energy or heartache with those guides, those planetary healing guides, and we're placing anyone else's spirit, energy, heavy emotion, placing that also, anything from work, we're placing outside of the aura and giving it to one of your guides. And as you're being rocked and swayed, you might feel that something is coming up and out of the heart space, and you let it go as if your guides are wiping a vessel clean. Any area that needs this, in fact, they're wiping up so more of your presence can fill it up. And any emotional energy in the mental body, any of the overwhelm, and any of that congestion, again, a one-way valve, a funnel to source, to your guide, handing it over. And as you take a deep breath, you might exhale with sound. Where is the greatest amount of light in your body today? Is it at the navel, above the navel, or below? And you bring your eyes and ears there. And you connect with that light, whether it's at the top, the sides, the back. And you invite it to grow. And I want you to imagine that you're in a hot spring in the earth. And that water is making you feel light and embraced and buoyed and charged. And you notice that there's something that the water wants to hold for you that doesn't quite want to come with you into this next new cycle. Maybe it's an emotion in the area of the body that wants to be processed. Maybe it's something that has happened with a loved one or a member in your life. But you ask the body, okay, body, where do I go to feel this? Embrace it, allow it to be felt, held, and released. Is it at the navel, above the navel, or below? And as you take a breath and you go to that area of the body, you notice the moon. And the moon, she says, give it to me. And it's as if you're throwing flowers to her, reaching in the body, enveloping what this is and posturing it to her care and her watery depth and light. Her luminous light matches yours, fills you up and dissolves this right away. And you bring your eyes and ears into the heart. And you ask for all of your energy and all of your power anywhere else that you've been, anything that is taken from you, anything less than presence and embodiment. And you bring and you ask for that moon to filter it and bring it back to you as one and whole. And you notice areas of your body that just lit up. And you ask, okay, Mama, what is it that I am bringing in or creating or syncing up with for this next new cycle? And the word trust comes bubbling up, blossoming. So anything around trust or around judgment or non-trust and non-judgment, would you be willing to give that to those waters or the moon? And as those waters extract that, you rise and you notice your feet on the earth. And you can feel the buoyancy of the ground below you, and that it nourishes all the way up to your heart, all the way up through your fingertips, all the way up through the crown. Then you ask for any repair to the grounding channel that needs to happen during this time. And your guides, they give you a light, a connector, Maybe it's that same luminous light from the moon to nourish this channel. And you notice from the ground up, flick, 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 up through the channels. These lights like lanterns are being lit, and flick, flick, and fill in alignment all the way up through the crown. And wherever there's extra light needed, your guide places and flicks a violet flame. And you get to outstretch your heart and call in your gift. Call in your next signal. Call in and galvanize your worth and value and trust. And this fills up any leaks, tears, cuts, ribs, holes, or fractures in any of your energy centers, and it brings into balance any misalignments and plugs your energy centers into the spine and the ground and the sky. And anything resisting or blocking that, any heavy emotion, any unseen emotion, we give to your guides and we deauthorize those blocks. And we ask for tenderness, compassion, kindness, and grace to be brought, and embrace to be brought to those spaces and places. And your guides, as you stand with that bright, gorgeous moon, as she gives you a flower and calls you down a path to the water. And you notice your luminous hands, your luminous body, enveloped and safe. And your guides, maybe it's a younger you, a future you, an ancestor of the land, a loved one. They are holding your hands and they ask for you to leap. And you go and you jump. And you can do it, and you jump into the water. And you notice that pillar of light is pointing straight in the direction of a tunnel, a light at the end, a door. Maybe it's just a feeling that needs acknowledgement, a recognition, or a peace. And your guides give you the key to that opening. And the moon, she tells you, it's all right, dear one. This is a deeper love. And you give to your guides, and they extract anything that needs to be released the most. Not coming with this next cycle. Sayonara. And as the door opens, you notice that the walls have closed down, collapsed, the emotions Any of the fear has dissolved and resolved. Any of the darkness starting to clear with your presence there now is so beautiful, so gentle, so kind, so loving you are to yourself for being here. Thank you so much. And you give and posture to your guide. And you ask to receive plenty of gifts. What is it that you're bringing in? Is it a light, a feeling, a color, a knowing? And it's as if you're standing in the sunlight, sunset, sunrise, on that grassy knoll with the temple foundation that's grown over a new growth. Makes you feel a strength in the heart. And your guides tell you it's okay not to know. You don't have to know what to do. We're just listening. You take a couple of breaths to listen. My guides say that we've always been one with Source and there is no separation. And I honor that Source within you. I ask that it ripples through your many bodies and it captivates you, falling in love with yourself and syncing up with what you desire in your life. You are the sovereign being in all of your energy centers through all dimensions, ages, space, and time. And in this temple space, I'll have you start to bow to yourself, bow to the space, bow to the moon, bow to the grassy knoll, bow to the water, and come back to your belly, your heart, your light, the room. We honor your guides. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a lovely new moon.